Has anyone ever asked you if you're structured or not? I always hated that question because, to be perfectly honest, in some things I'm very structured, and other things I like to fly by the seat of my pants. And for most people, structure is on this continuum of a lot of structure to no structure at all. And I bet that you find yourself like that too. And I'm going to encourage you today to do some things that might feel uncomfortable for you around structure. So, what am I talking about when I say structure? Let's talk about something very specific, like how you organize your day. You know, some people like to time block, and I love time blocking. I think it's one of those things that helps me focus and really grind through a day fast. Right? You go into the day, you look at what you have to get done, and you create blocks of time to get all of those things done. So maybe from 10 to noon, you're working on that project. Maybe from 1 to 3, you're coaching clients. You work out all that time. So what did that leave me between noon and 1? You're getting lunch. So you really block out all the time in your day, and you work as much as you can, as fast as you can, within that allotted time to get whatever it is done. If you find yourself with extra time, party. It's time to party and get up and run around and grab a drink or do whatever it is that you need to do to just relax. That's my reward for beating my time when I'm time blocking. You know, there's another way of dealing with structure. So I used to do this thing called cycling, not bicycling, but cycling through my day. There are certain things I need to do, and I would do them in either 15 or 30-minute increments. So I got a little bit of each thing done, and by the end of the day, all of it was done. And I just cycle through. And that helped if I felt like I was doing a task that was really boring, or a series of boring tasks. I would just do it a little bit at a time, and eventually I'd get it all done. Now, you're probably thinking, I would hate time blocking. Cycling's awesome. Or I would hate cycling. I could never get it to flow if I did that. And that brings up another part of structure. It's all about your personality. Like, what are those things that make it to where things are easier for you? And I picked time blocking and cycling for a specific reason. There are some people that have to get into flow. So they need blocks of time, 2-3 hours at a time, so they can spend 30 minutes getting into the flow of whatever they're doing, and then power through that whole thing with the remainder of the time. There are other people who have the personality where they can just jump from one thing to another and be totally in tune in the moment with that thing. So cycling is going to work so much better for them. And you might say, oh my goodness, that's just way too much structure to begin with. I'd much rather start my day and see what happens. See how I feel flowing into it. And that's fine too if it actually works for you. I really am a fly by the seat of your pants person. So I'm that person who will plan my day, whether it's cycling or whether it's time blocking. I will plan my day no more than a week in advance, right? So if it's Sunday, I might plan out my entire week, Monday through Friday. But sometimes I feel like my week feels so uncertain, I need to leave a lot of space in there, that I'll only plan the night before for the following day. Again, doing what's best for you based on what's going on in your life and your own personality. Now, that was just an example about days. But what about other things? So what if you're trying to structure a program? That program offering you want to put out there, whether it's a course or a new coaching package, how do you do that? Where does structure fit into that? Again, it's going to depend a lot on you and your personality. Some people like to have the entire thing completely mapped out, all the worksheets, all the videos shot, everything. And then they're ready to bring that out into the marketplace. Other people will be like, oh no, I just need an outline. I can write up my sales page and bam, I'm good to go. That's going to depend on you. what kind of structure that you need to feel comfortable to get behind what you're putting into the marketplace. So the last thing I want to bring out is goals, right? Because to me, I don't know, goals kind of sound a little oppressive. And I know some people love making SMART goals and having a plan that's a year out, 5 years out, 10 years out. Again, if that works within your personality, please do that, because that's how you operate the best. But if that frustrates the hell out of you, don't do it. Look at doing things on a 90-day horizon, because sometimes that's what you can see the best. That I know works for me. When I do things on a 90-day horizon, I can sit and I can make changes. I feel like I'm actually achieving something. So that's how I structure my goals. 90 days at a time. Sometimes 2 weeks at a time. So do what works for you. When it comes down to structure, remembering structure is a continuum. From no structure to a lot of structure. And when you find what works for you, do it. And here's a little part. I said I'd give you something that might make you feel uncomfortable. Switch it. Right? So sometimes if you're one of those people, you just flow into your day and you don't like to have any structure at all, do some time blocking. Try some cycling. See if that raises your productivity. If you're someone who is hardcore with that structure, has to have everything rigidly mapped out, try to do something free flow where you wake up and you have nothing on the calendar and you can do whatever needs to be done at the times that you feel like doing it. See if that raises your productivity. Sometimes you just need to switch it up in every aspect of your life, especially around structure. Because what worked in one season of your life might not be what's going to work in the next season of your life. With that, I say peace, joy, love to you.